So I'm going to get right to it. So today I'm going to share with you and talk to you about metabolism, muscle versus fat. We're going to talk about that. And just a brief snapshot, because I don't want to get too technical with everybody. My cat, y'all. I have a footstool because y'all know I'm short. And I also don't want my ankles to swell up if I'm having them hanging. My cat has jumped on top of the footstool. She's never done that. That's so crazy. We're going to talk about 3 common mistakes that everybody makes, or usually some people make, when they are trying to achieve their wellness and fitness goals. And then I'm going to share with you what I have available for my VIP clients only. I'm going to share with you one of my body compositions that I did for myself so that you can kind of get an understanding of how muscle and fat, how to burn, gain muscle, lean muscle, and burn fat, and know the difference between the two. So good? So far, so good? All right. So the first thing we're going to talk about is muscle metabolism. How many of you know what metabolism is? Anybody know? I know you've heard of it, but do you know offhand what it is? And usually when you're educated, you learn to do a little bit better with it, okay? I'm not saying that you're not educated, but do you know what metabolism is? Anybody before I give the answer? Anybody know what metabolism is? I'll give you time to Google it. You shouldn't be Googling it. It's the ability to burn calories. It's the body's ability to burn calories, in case you didn't know. All right? So if you ever want to increase your metabolism, what you first have to do is to increase your lean muscle. So to increase your metabolism, you must increase your lean muscle. So metabolism is the body's ability to burn calories. Okay? Does that make sense? Is that clear? Does that make sense? Alrighty. So what I wanted to do, I just want to get to giving you an understanding of what metabolism is, because I want to tell you how you can literally burn calories like doing nothing right now. Like you're watching this video right now, and you can burn calories at rest. You can absolutely burn calories doing absolutely nothing. Nothing. Okay? So let me tell you how that works. Here's how the formula goes. For every 1 pound of lean muscle that you have, you burn about 50 calories at rest, doing nothing. For every 1 pound of lean muscle you have. For every 10 pounds of lean muscle you have, you burn about 500 calories. Okay? So for every 1 pound of lean muscle you burn for every 1 pound of lean muscle you have, you burn about 50 calories at rest. For every 10 pounds of lean muscle you have, you burn about 500 calories at rest, doing absolutely nothing. So let's say you did absolutely nothing for 7 days. So 7 times 500, and our goal is to gain at least 10 pounds of lean muscle. 7 times 500 is 3,500 calories. In 1 week, that's 3,500 calories. How much is 3,500 calories as it relate to lean muscle? Calories, lean muscle. Because we want to build lean muscle so that we can get rid of the fat. So 3,500 calories only equal 1 pound of fat loss. Just one. So although you're sitting doing nothing, you really ain't doing nothing. Like technically you really aren't doing anything. But just know that for every 1 pound of lean muscle you have, you burn about 50 calories at rest. For every 10 pounds of lean muscle you have, you burn about 500 calories at rest. Let's say you did nothing for a whole week. That's 7 days a week. That's 3,500 calories. 3,500 calories is 1 pound of fat loss. Does that make sense? Y'all with me? You with me? Does that make sense? I see y'all here. Does that make sense? Any questions? So the goal is to build up your metabolism, build lean muscle, so that you can get rid of the fat. Now, I have a tricky question for y'all, a very tricky question. Which one do you think outweighs the other? Muscle or fat? This is the stuff that all the things that people think. So I just kind of want to educate you all a little bit. Hi, Joe. How are you? Thanks for joining. Hold on. Sorry about that. My Wi-Fi tried to connect. Which one do you think outweighs the other? Is it lean muscle or fat? I'm going to kill the myth of everybody of what they think. Josiah said neither. Josiah, you weren't supposed to answer that. There you go. A pound is a pound. A muscle is dense. It's more dense. We got some people that's doing it. Yay, Cooley. Good stuff. Good stuff. It doesn't matter which one is which. 5 pounds is 5 pounds. If you got 5 pounds of fat, that's 5 pounds. If you got 5 pounds of muscle, that's 5 pounds. It doesn't matter. But what you want is you want the lean muscle because it takes up less space. It's more dense. Cooley won. Cooley won. Yes. Thank you, Cooley. Good stuff. All right. So I just wanted to throw that question out there to you. So I'm just going to give you 3 tips real quick because I'm not going to be here long because I have other groups that I have to go through. Does that make sense to anyone? Anyone have any questions? Anyone have any questions? Good stuff, Cooley. I like that. Stay on it. We got to get you to strength training now, Cooley. You got the cardio down pat. And I'm actually going to talk about that. So stick around. Any questions about muscle metabolism? Lean muscle to metabolism? Anybody, anybody, anybody? That's right, Cooley. Y'all know the Facebook comments come up a little late. So if you see me responding a little late, sorry. All right, let's get to the 3 common mistakes that you want to avoid. 3 common mistakes that you want to avoid. And then I'm going to share with you how I do my own personal body composition when I get ready to do my shows. Okay, so the 3 common mistakes we want to avoid. The first one is you want to avoid what is called, hey Britt, thanks for joining. It's called, you want to avoid spot reduction or spot training. For those of you that reach out to me and say, I just want to lose my stomach, or I just want to build my glutes, and that's it. Well, what about the rest of your body? I just want to lose this part right here, and I want to get rid of this flabby part right here. No such a thing, all right? There's no such thing. You cannot do it. So let me ask you a question. When you gain weight, do you tell it where to go on your body? Oh, wait. When you gain weight, do you tell the weight where to go on your body? No, you do not. So what makes people think, and this is just for education purposes, what makes people think that they can just go in and spot reduce? They'll crunch till their eyes pop out without a proper diet and proper rest. There you go, y'all. You cannot tell when you gain weight. You cannot point and say, hey, I want this to go here, and I want these burgers to go right here, and I want this to go right here. You know, you can't do it. You can't do it. So you cannot spot train, guys. You have to have a strategic plan mapped out, and I'll talk about that a little later, how you can work with me a little later so you can try to get it to go on. Okay? Get it together. All right? So again, you cannot spot train. The number 1 mistake that people make, and that's what you want to avoid, is spot training. You only coming in and you're only doing chest on Mondays, and then you're doing arms. Arms, that arm has a whole lot of stuff going on there. You got your front deltoids, middle deltoids, rear deltoids. Then you got your biceps, you got your triceps, you got your forearms. You have all of that. So that's a lot to do. You got to have a strategic plan. If you're coming in and you're only doing chest Monday, and then you're doing back and chest, that's back and chest on Mondays, and then you're doing triceps and biceps and shoulders on Tuesdays, and then you're doing a little brush up on Fridays, you got to get a program. You got to get another program, okay? Because that's not going to work. You're not going to see any significant transformation in your body if that's going to happen. And actually, I just kind of went to the second point. You got to change up your routine. Doing the same workout when you come in, doing the same routine, you're not going to get it. Hey, Ash, how you doing? Thanks for joining, everybody. Any questions, anybody? I'll go over everything again. Thanks for the hearts, love. So you can't spot reduce, train. And just like I said, you cannot come in and think that when you gain weight, you can tell it where to go. So you can't lose weight like that. How you doing, King? How are you? So the other mistake that people make is circuit training. Circuit training does not work, y'all. It doesn't work. It doesn't work now. Unless you're doing something like HIIT, then HIIT is high intensity interval training. You actually can get a lot more done in HIIT than you can 45 minutes to an hour of cardio. So that's a whole nother video, so we can talk about that a little later. So circuit training doesn't work because okay, let's read your question. Okay, Dwayne, no problem. Reach out when you're ready, okay? We can definitely talk. Thanks for joining. Any questions, anybody? Any questions? All right. So avoid 3 mistakes. Avoid spot training. Avoid circuit training. The main thing that you want in order to get the things, circuit training really breaks down the muscle. It breaks it down. If you're coming in and you're doing circuit training Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and you're doing Zumba and you're doing this, you're breaking down things. You're not really building the muscle and repairing it. You're not giving it an opportunity to repair. The only way that you're going to repair your muscles so that it can build and become lean is with rest and food. And of course, there's some other factors, hydration, nutrition, all that other stuff, okay? Does that make sense to everyone? Is this helping anybody? Does that make sense? Talk to me, y'all. This is interactive. This is interactive, all right? Last one. The last mistake that you need to avoid is to doing the same workouts. Myra, what do you not understand? What's your question? Because I said a few things. So which question? You do circuit, you could do it, just don't do it all the time. That's why you need to connect with people that can get you to your goal. Hey, Anita. Hey, Roberta. Anita, thanks for joining in. Because circuit training, when you do circuit training, you're literally breaking down things that are not being repaired because it's circuit. You keep doing the same thing over and over. You're doing the same thing over and over. And you don't want to do that. You got to mix it up. And that's the third point. You haven't doing the same workouts all the time. So when you're doing the same workouts all the time, you're literally breaking down everything and you're not going to win. You're actually doing more harm to yourself than you are any good. And that's the reason, a lot of reasons why people cannot get the results, because they're not connecting with people that can help them reach those goals. Okay? I don't want you all to injure yourselves and hurt yourselves and thinking YouTube is going to get you the body that you want. Okay? YouTube is not going to get you the body that you want. All right? It's going to give you something like a quick fix. Let me read your comments. Cardio must be done because you want to prevent cardiovascular disease. You must do it, but don't kill yourself trying to do it, Dwayne. That's not all you need, and I'm glad you brought that up, so I'm going to bring out the 3 things that you need. CrossFit is good, Britt. It's good. I'm not against it, but if you want to incorporate that into your regimen, that's good. Don't make that the entire thing. Just like I can't make bodybuilding and lifting weights the only thing. Yeah, does that make sense? I can't just do lifting weights. I just can't do cardio. I can't just do Zumba classes. Yeah, so I mean, you can, Roberta, you can be a part. I'll talk about how you can be a part of my VIP coaching group so that you can get a little bit more information. Thank you, Joe. So, Britt, you've been doing CrossFit all the time? Excuse me. Or you're incorporating it into your workout? I'll talk about it in a minute, Roberta, okay? So, Dwayne, to answer your question and to everyone else, the 3 things that you need to jumpstart and get some sort of structure to your workouts and to start seeing some sort of transformation or dramatic transformation is food, cardio, and strength training. Nutrition, cardio, strength training. Ladies, you have got to lift weights if you want to burn fat. That's what burns fat. Lifting weights, strength training burns fat. Cardio burns calories. The food is where you get your transformation, and they all come together. If you miss one of those things that I just named, food, cardio, strength training, you are going to mess up the plan. Now, don't do it every day. Don't do it every day, Britt. Don't do it every day. All right? So you were doing it every day. Pull back. Pull back. Everything ain't always about lifting heavy and all of that, because your body can't take all of that. Even when I train, I have my days. Like, I'll give you an example, like legs. I'll do legs 3 days a week. You guys don't have to do that. That's just me. I'll do legs 3 days a week. I go heavy, medium, light. And then switch it up. I might go light, medium, heavy. You know, you got to switch it up. Or you do it for a period of time and then you switch it up. See, I have a strategic program, and working with me, I also work with you with the strategic program, because you guys, you know, stop working out with your friends, unless they're trainers, and most of them are not doing that anyway. Stop YouTubing stuff, because you're going to kill yourself. Get with somebody that has credentials. Get with someone that knows what they're talking about and experience in the areas of where you want to go. And so you can have a plan. So you can have a plan. So Reggie, let me read your comment. There you go. You have a plan. Reggie, good for you. Absolutely, that's good. He works out. He works his body parts, and he splits it up, and he works it out twice a week. But again, you're not doing the same thing. You're doing variations of it, because I can give you 100 exercises to do for your back. I got plenty of exercises to do for your shoulders. I got plenty of exercises to do for your biceps and your triceps. I got a ton of exercises for your glutes and your hammies and your quads. Okay, so you got to mix it up a little bit, all right? What's a belt? I'm not understanding your question, Dwayne. I can't. See if you could try to retype that. What's a belt? Me, should I lift weights, Rob? Shadow boxing, okay. You doing shadow boxing? All right, Britt. You want to compete in 2019? Why not 2018? What's the big deal? Why are you waiting a whole another year? So, I'm sorry, Dwayne, but I'm not understanding your question. If you just can rephrase. So you do shadow boxing, you lift weights. If I'm about, okay, what about shadow boxing, lifting weights? Yeah, I mean, that's good, but as long as you have a plan. And is what you're doing working? Is what you're doing working? You're scared, Britt, so go somewhere. It ain't realistic. You got to be true and authentic to yourself. True and authentic to yourself. I just made that post this morning. So if what you're doing is working, continue doing what you're doing, Dwayne. If what you're doing is getting you stagnated, you want to step it up a little bit. Okay, if it's working, continue doing that. I'm not saying stop your regimen. Go somewhere, Brett. All right, food, cardio, strength training. Let me go over that again. Strength training burns fat. Cardio burns calories. Food is where you get your transformation. All three of the three pillars must go together. If they do not go together, you are screwing everything up. All right? Box jumping and ropes. Oh, man. Ropes. Let me tell you something, Reggie. Good stuff. Ropes ain't no joke. I love ropes. That's a good cardio. That's something good you can do. And if you have knee problems, lower back problems, I'm not saying stay away from the treadmill, but the treadmill really usually targets the hamstrings a lot, unless you're, see, I do crazy stuff on the treadmill, unless you're doing something where you can turn around and target what you need to target. I'm not getting into that because that's too technical. All right, so treadmill, you can do that if you're doing sprints. Sprint, cardio. So you're doing sprints, walk, sprint, walk, sprint, walk. Do that for 30 minutes. Get on up out of there. Go do something else, okay? All right, so again, let me go over the three things. Your three mistakes you want to avoid is you want to avoid spot training. You want to avoid, sorry, my Wi-Fi popped on. Reggie, do you compete? I'm looking at your profile picture here. I don't know what's going on there. I can't see it. So you want to avoid spot reduction, you want to avoid circuit training, and you want to avoid doing the same exercises at the same time. Also, you want to do your food, your cardio, and your strength training. So let me do this very quickly because I have to go to some other groups. What questions do you have? I have to go to some other groups and do a live video. Before I give you my own personal body composition, I'm gonna throw some education at y'all real quick. And I go in depth even more in my VIP coaching group. All right, I go in depth even more, and I'll talk about that in a moment. What questions do you have regarding what we just went over today? And if you feel the need, go ahead and share the video, and as well as invite others to come in, or just put it on your page and you can watch it later. Okay. Any questions? Any questions before I move on? This is what I do for my private VIP clients and myself. I do what is called a body composition worksheet. Okay, a body composition worksheet consists of me taking your current weight and figuring out what your ideal goal weight is, but that comes last. And these are what you call realistic numbers. Now, and I'm going to break that down what that means, okay? I take your weight, your body fat, and I tell you how many pounds of fat you have and how many pounds of lean muscle you have. And then I tell you how many pounds of fat you need to lose to get to your goal weight, to get to your goal body fat, and what you need to lose per week to get to the goal that you want. Your ideal body fat. Not saying that, let's say, for example, you're 200 pounds and your body fat is 35%, but your goal is to get to 150 at 10% body fat. You gotta take baby steps, y'all. Baby steps. I'm not saying it can't be done. It definitely can be done, but you gotta have a strategic plan. Okay, so let me break it down. My one of my charts that I looked at on my refrigerator that I have, at the time I was 155 pounds. Okay, and excuse me, because I want you all to hear this. And stop me if you get confused. Okay, because I'm gonna break it down. I'll make it simple. At the time, I was 155 pounds. We're going to take a person that's 155 pounds, 20% body fat, female. Let me back up. The ideal body fat for a male between the ages of 18, maybe 40, 45, I know some of you may be a little older than that, is between 9 to 15%. It may be a little different than that. For women, same age, the ideal body fat is between 22 to 30. 30 is too much. I don't like anything outside of in the 20s for women. That's the ideal body fat. Again, focus on losing body fat, not weight. When you focus on losing body fat, the weight will automatically come off. Remember, the body fat is what takes up the space. So how you burn the body fat? Strength training. All right? So you got someone that's 155 pounds at 20% body fat. And of that, the goal is to get to 10% body fat. Now that's doable. And I'm going to tell you how long it's going to take for that person to do it. 12 weeks. 12 weeks. So let me tell you how it's going to be done. 155 pounds. 20% body fat. Of that 155 pounds, 31 pounds of that is body fat because there's a calculation that I do. Yeah, you got to get it down. You got to get it down, Cooley. 30%, it's probably good from where you used to be. So that's an accomplishment. So don't knock what you have right now. Because I know you. So don't knock what you have. But for you, I know you do a lot of cardio, Cooley. You have to add that strength training in so that you can build lean muscle and push that fat out. You got to have a strategic program for that. All right? So, stay under the 30s, ladies. That's a healthy. The standard American people are, yeah, ooh, see you down 110 pounds, girl, baby, bye. That's an accomplishment because I can guarantee you your body fat was way more than that, 110 pounds heavier. If it was readable. Okay? I have a scale that it's called Taylor. And I got it from Target. It's only 25 bucks. This scale reads my weight, my age, my height, male or female. Of course, I have female, regular or athletic, so you can set that the way that is. It reads my body fat, it reads my water, and it reads my muscle, pounds of muscle that I have. So when I'm competing, I switch it from regular to athletic, and then that's my true weight that I do it. And I always check my weight when I'm competing, and check my vitals after I get up, brush my teeth, shower, then I get on the scale. I don't get on the scale right out of the bed. I personally don't, because I'm still a little heavier. Some people are a little lighter when they wake up. So I wait till after I shower, brush my teeth, do all that, get on there, and that's a true weight. All right, so I got it at Target, the scale that I have that reads all of that. So 155-pound person, 20% body fat. Of that 155 pounds, 31 pounds of that is fat. Pounds of fat, not a percentage. 31 pounds of that 155 pounds is fat. 124 pounds of that is lean muscle. I want to get to 10%. So for me to get to 10%, after I did my calculations, I need to lose 18 pounds of body fat to get to 10%. Now, this is going to sound a little bit more realistic. 18 pounds of body fat may sound a lot. But if I break it down for you in over 12 weeks, that's only 1.5 pounds of body fat per week to lose. That's doable. So don't get discouraged by the big number that you see. You take small steps. All right? So Dwayne, you were doing stenography, but I'm not a core. Okay, so you were sitting down a lot. You were sedentary. All right? Tried to ride your bike. Okay, I'll read that in a minute, all right? But thanks for sharing. Thanks for sharing. Any questions about the body composition? And I provide your own personal body composition over in my VIP coaching group. Your own personal one. It's not a group body composition. You have to have your own personal one, all right? Now, I want to tell you about the VIP coaching group. What questions do you have? And then I'm done. What questions do you have regarding anything that I talked about? The three mistakes to avoid, the muscle metabolism, the 3 things you need to jumpstart, and your body composition worksheet. So you take I know how to calculate your pounds of fat that you need to lose per week to get to your goal. All right? What questions? Any questions? Because we're going to wrap it up here. I'm going to talk about my VIP coaching group. And where is it? Yeah, there it is. Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Well, the back is due to a lot of things that you got going on. So if you want to work with me one-on-one, Myra, that's a different program. What I provide in my VIP, matter of fact, let me go ahead and go into it, and thanks for asking. You get to ask questions in the VIP. What do you think about protein powder? Well, you know, I'm a sponsored athlete, Cooley. Of course I don't mind protein powder. I'm a sponsored athlete with Pride Nutrition. I got a ton of it here. I got a ton of protein powder. I use whey. It depends on if you're lactose intolerant. I use whey protein, and it's delicious with Pride Nutrition. Use my code, you get 30% off. Go to pridenutrition.com. You have any questions about it, let me know, and I can inbox you or text it to you, Cooley. But I sent the, Dwayne, I think I sent you the link for the one-on-one. So go ahead and take care of that if you want to talk more in depth about that. And then we can decide. Some of you may not want that program to go into my VIP coaching group for generalized. That's really for people that want to jumpstart. You may want to work with me one-on-one. That's a little different. That's different than the VIP coaching group. So let me tell you what that is. My Get Lean Lifestyle Coaching VIP coaching group consists of 4 modules that you do, and I haven't decided if I'm going to keep this as the group as what else was I trying to say? Lifetime access or yearly renewal. So it depends on the results, depends on how everything goes in the group. Then I'll decide whether it's going to be a lifetime access or not, or, you know, discounted going forward. So we'll talk about that. Okay. So the Get Lean Lifestyle, Lean, L-E-A-N, stands for Lifestyle, Education, Exercise, Attitude and Alignment, and Nutrition. We cover all assets and all facets of that because it's more to being fit than just working out. It's more to being fit than doing cardio. It's more to being fit than just lifting weights. So there's a lot of things that we talk about in that group, and each module is taking is dealt with each month because it takes time for you to get to that level of being successful in your health, happiness, fitness, being sexy and confident. So the Get Lean Lifestyle program is a promotion for the month of October. It's going up in November, so y'all may want to get into it right now. So, okay? So, don't put no mean face, Dwayne. Don't put no mean face. I've been talking about this forever. So, well, in 2018, that's only a couple months away, it's going back to its regular investment. So, it's worth every dime and more. Actually, it's not, it's still dirt cheap, but I don't want to minimize that. Lean stands for lifestyle, and we talk about how you can have a healthy balance in your overall well-being. We talk about actionable strategies that you get so you can be healthy in your mind, your body, your businesses, as well as on your jobs, so that you can be able to give back to the community and create a lifestyle for yourself. E is for education and exercise. Education is like what I just gave you in the video. Okay, that's just the tip of the iceberg. All of this is not going to always be on here. This type of attention and this type of work that will be provided in my VIP coaching group. All right, Dwayne. Education and exercise. You actually will get sample videos over there because I will not be posting any more videos in my fan page. Very little, very minimum. There will be some old ones if they are. More likely to try to get people that are specific, because what I don't like is spectators. I don't like spectators. I don't like that. I like for people to come in and be action takers, come in and do what they need to do, because when you're working with me, you're going to get results. Bottom line. Bottom line. So you're going to have exercise videos in there that are specific to different areas of the body. One week we may be talking about back and the different areas of the back. Then it's education. So that's the E part. A is attitude and alignment. That's actually the first module that we're going to be dealing with, which is attitude and alignment. That's meditation. That's winning in your inner game. And that's having a mindset, a paradigm mind shift to before you even start training and working out. You cannot pick up any weights until we find out what's going on up here. And it's essential to know where your spirit is and where your mind is and your spirit man is before we can move on. You literally have to have a consultation session with me. Okay? So, and the very last thing is nutrition. We talk about nutrition. So L-E-A-N, the promotion for the month of October is still only $297. That's nothing. Beginning of the year, it's going back to $697. Yes, $697. So this month, it is a promotion. I will put the link in there if you decide you want to be a part of it. Click it. You'll go in it. It's fairly a brand new group, but these are the people that I want to work with who are serious and they need a plan. They're all over the place. You don't have a plan. You're doing this, you're doing that. You don't have a plan. And that's what the group is about. You talk what? What are you saying, Dwayne? I don't know what you're saying. All right. Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Because I'm getting off of here. Any questions? If it's no questions, I will talk to y'all later. I'll give you a second to post your questions. I will post the link to the VIP as soon as my Wi-Fi stopped turning on. Sorry about that. All right. Any questions, anybody? Rewatch the video if you need to, and if you don't have any other questions, I will talk to y'all later. Have a good evening.